goal, Quishbilly Huddersfield Town. The most famous goal of Quishbilly's life.
Is this the moment for Lee Fowler? It is. Take your place in Division 2, Huddersfield Town.
Thank you.
And Steve Simonson's boots now. He's missed. Steve Simonson clears the frame of the goal and collapses in a heap of tears. Huddersfield Town are promoted.
Mustafa Schindler has a chance to write his name in Huddersfield Town legend. And he takes that chance!
Hello, and welcome to episode 194 of the And He Takes That Chance podcast. This week, the boys have been wiped out by illness, injury, and a large disinterest in Huddersfield Town. So, I've put those shithouses on the naughty list. Matt is ill, and Carn Spake so has entrusted me, AI Santa, to host in his stead. Just call me Andy May I, if you wish. His voice may not be here, but his terrible jokes continue to linger. I bet Haley Joel Osment didn't have to put up with this kind of shit in Hollywood when filming AI. That's for sure. Anyway, Cozzy Bear was out gallivanting in Scarborough, so missed the game. Podza has quit the pod to work on his husbandry skills. And Johnny has gone AWOL. So, rather than let you good people down, we've had to turn to robots as we struggle for hosts, guests, and panelists. The end is nigh for all of humanity. Skynet is becoming a reality. This episode is sponsored by Magic Rock Brewing. Why not buy a Town Fan Pack this Christmas from www.magicrockbrewing.com and use our code of AHTTC 10 for 10% off all of your orders. Get supping. Okay, so fortunately, we have two real people who have kindly produced an away day audio log. It must be Christmas for Matt after all. So big up Will and Ben. We'll also have the thoughts of that Millwall podcast in the review from the other side. Firstly, let's bring in Will Harris. Will traveled down from Yorkshire to southeast London. How did Will's Saturday pan out?
Number 8, West Ham United. Will play number 5, Millwall.
Well, I wish I was excited as those guys to be playing Millwall. But anyway, that's the life of a Huddersfield Town fan at the moment. So my name's Will. I'm going to be your roaming reporter today. Obviously, things aren't going well for Town at the moment, but there's always hope, isn't there? And I wouldn't be here if I didn't think we had a chance. So yeah, currently en route to London Bridge Station, where I'll be in a couple of pubs, watch some proper football, Norwich v Ipswich, get my fix of decent football for the day, and then off to the den. So I'll see you at the pub. Right, in the pub now. Just been in the old King's Head, and it was a bit Millwall-y for my liking, a bit intimidating. So we've come to where we come to? The George, just down the road a bit. So it's a bit quieter. We've got the footy on. But yeah, I've brought a guest with me today. He's a Leicester fan actually, but I think we need all the support we can get in a minute. But I thought it'd be interesting to hear from a Leicester fan's perspective how he thinks Huddersfield are doing, and a sort of outside view at the moment. So Lawrence, take it away.
Yeah, hello everyone, very happy to be here today. We're not playing until Monday night, so I thought I'd come along for the ride. Obviously you boys, Huddersfield, not having the best of seasons, but had some really good results away from home. You know, the 2-1 at Sunderland, the 2-1 at West Brom. Also one of the only teams not to be beaten by Ipswich, who are on a serious charge. So yeah, I'm feeling good about today. We can definitely get a result.
Yeah, well, he's more confident than me, but yeah, fingers crossed anyway. Probably see you in the stadium next time. Hello, right, we're still in the pub, and a friend of the pod has come in. I've only met him for the first time just now, but I've heard he's a bit of a celebrity on Andy Takes That Chance. So, Ollie Fisher, tell me, how's today going to go?
I'd like to initially refute my celebrity status. I don't know if Matt will have me back on because of the amount that I used to swear, but how's it going to go today? Don't know, genuinely think this is a game that we could probably be targeting. They're in bad form. If we start the game semi-well, the crowd will get on their back, etc. But it feels like a similar situation to when we came down here last year. We were in dire need of a win to boost spirits, and we got it. Obviously, it was much nearer the end of the season last time, and you could see the finish line. This time, it's a bit more like we just need to get through to January. I'm not optimistic. I think that Millwall are a set-piece team and we are struggling to keep them out at the moment. I can see a situation where we end up conceding a goal early and then it goes downhill from there. But I don't know. I'll go somewhere in the middle and say we'll get a draw.
Cheers, Ollie. Lovely. Thank you. So, on the train to South Bermondsey now. I've just spent £20 British for a 4-pack of Stella and a can of Camden Hells. To see us through to kick-off. £20 for that. I am disgusted.
Right! They're a team of renown. They're the pride of the town. And the game of football is their delight. All the while, upon the field of play, thousands loud, they cheer them on the way. Often you can hear them say,
We tried. Right, it's half time. I mean, the football has been absolutely dreadful. We are at a bar at the back of the stand. There's a bit of a DJ going on. Like, it's quite good actually, you know. Serve pints pretty quick. There's some food on, but yeah. I mean, we've got to go back out in a second. It's 0-0. I can only see it ending 0-0. Lawrence Leicester fan, he's got his opinion. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, Will put it pretty clear there. We've got to go out in a second. You know, this DJ and bar scenario is fantastic. I can happily do another 45 minutes here. Having said that, I believe that we can still get a result. It's 0-0. They've been pretty poor all season, looking threatening on the counter. Their keeper made a good save. Every chance, be positive. 45 minutes to get big 3 points. Let's go.
Come on, up the town. Corner. 54th minute. Ooh. Best chance of the game. 1-0 Millwall, as expected. Shite. Come on, ball's in the box. Lees. Red! A late penalty shout for Huddersfield, but it was soft. Wardy's gone down. I think it's going to end 1-0 Millwall. He's never going to give it, is he? It's going to end 1-0 Millwall. We've got 6 minutes, so potentially. We've got a penalty last minute, and I've never been so sure that we're going to miss a penalty in my life than this. Delano Bergzorg is stepping up. Please, lad, for the love of God, just score. Please. Scenes at the way end. Nothing's happened. For the love of God, please. Don't do anything stupid, please. Well, we're out. We're back. We're going off back to the pub and then for a night out in London. But yeah, we stole a point at the end. I don't think we deserved anything, to be honest, but fair play to the referee for giving that, because he could have easily bottled that. With a Millwall home crowd, he could have easily just waved that away. We saw it against Bristol City at home. So fair play to the referee. Thank you. Bergsorg, I owe you an apology for thinking you were going to miss. But yeah, no, happy days. Up the town. See you next time if there is one, but yeah, see you next time.
Thanks, Will. We could all hear you slurring more as that went on and on. Sounds like a cracking day out, and there's definitely a converted Town fan from Leicester there too. But I'm not so sure about Uli, the fish's celebrity status on these airwaves. He's let us down more times than a pair of goalkeeper gloves has let down Tim Clark. Plus, he supports multiple clubs. You just can't trust those kinds of weirdos. Now here's a man you can trust. It's the away day audio log round 2, and up this time is Ben Williams.
Right, good morning, Town fans. It's 20-1. I'm on the train to London for Millwall away. Not too hopeful about it today, considering our performance on Tuesday night was not the best, to put it kindly. But me and my dad are off to Millwall for hoping a positive result. We'll let you know when we're there. Come on the town. Hi, it's Ben again. We've arrived at the stadium, me and my dad. We are underneath the stand now in the bar. Dad's got a beer, I've got a Coke. Interestingly, on the way here, they split off a separate walking area for the Huddersfield fans when you get off, the away fans when you get off the station to the ground. Heavily guarded by police, so I'm thankful for. I was quite afraid on my walk here, to be fair. I've seen the lineup. Interested that Rudoni's back, and obviously Nichols returns a goal. I'm glad Rudoni's back. I think we've been lost without him recently. Going up the town, score prediction. I'm hopeful for a smash and grab draw, but Hart says 2-1 Millwall. Come on, town. Hi, this is Ben again. It's half time at the Den. It's Millwall 0, Huddersfield Town 0, and I literally do not know what to say. That's possibly the most boring game of football, boring half of football I've ever seen. Town have been a bit more progressive, looked like created chances, just a couple disappointing. A free kick in a corner we didn't swing it in the box, we played it short, and well, that ended as you can expect. My voice is going, so I'll see you all at full time. Hi, it's Ben for the final time. It's now 10-6 on the train back. I didn't record this one earlier because I was scared of being overheard by the Millwall fans, but I think me and my dad have got off to a safe place now to discuss the game. So overall, you don't get my immediate reaction, but overall it was positive for the scoreline, as you say. But I thought first half was quite poor, as you know, my thoughts at half time. Then kind of dominated Millwall, the better team in the second half. We came out knowing that we can get something. They were there for the taking, as I said, and I think we realised that and we went for it, but we just didn't take our chances, and Millwall went up the other end and scored. And what I remember as their first attack, and it's disappointing, very disappointing, because they were there for the taking. They were very weak, and the goal, it kind of boosted everyone. All the Millwall fans were up for it now. They were silent throughout the game until that point. Kind of knocked our confidence off a bit and didn't look the same team. And from there, it only looked like there's going to be one winner. But substitutions again, didn't make any. Bench doesn't look like there's any game changers. Brought on Koroma for Hogg, and I just thought Koroma was poor again. Didn't offer us anything. He was weak in the tackle. But either way, we got the late penalty from the handball, and Bergsorg kept his cool, scored and celebrated in style in front of us, dancing around on our seats in the away end. Brilliant end to the game, but overall disappointed that we didn't take all three. Also, a final word, Lee Nichols' injury, I don't know how long he's going to be out for this time. but at least we got Maxwell. Maxwell fills me with confidence. It's better than having, like, let's say, Jacob Chapman on the bench, who's inexperienced. So, yeah, Maxwell will be looking to return back to number one, but Nichols is out for more. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of the podcast, guys. Also, want to add that my man in the match would be Jack Rudoni. I thought he was head and shoulders above anyone on the pitch, Millwall or Huddersfield. Filled me with confidence. I said that earlier by seeing him in the starting 11. Interested to see that he's thrown straight back into the deep end, but he managed 90 like no other. It didn't even feel like he was injured before. Like, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't think that he missed games, but came in, fitted in perfectly, carried the ball forward, made us look a lot more positive. So big well done to Jack Rudoni, and I'm glad that he played and carried us all forward. So well done, Jack.
Thank you, Ben. Let's have a look at the game itself. As one marvelously mulleted man used to say, it was a real fillip for Town to see Jack Rudoni back in the side. There was a slight colour clash between his hair and the kit, but other than that, it was great to see him back. One statistical anomaly from Rudoni's return was that Town had 54.9% possession. This season, Town have averaged 37.3% and hadn't averaged as much possession for 9 games since they played Cardiff, who were probably happy to relinquish possession due to going a couple of goals up early doors. Is possession improving under Darren Moore? Well, it has started to head on an upward curve away from the sub 30% it was prior to the last 3 games. Rudoni's ability to pass, move, and receive is a large part of Town being able to keep hold of the ball in the middle third. Another reason for Town's improved possession is likely to have been the inclusion of Yuta Nakayama at left centre-back. The Japanese defender gives Town more balance than Tom Lees or Matty Pearson on the left, and is also a decent ball player, as proved by his 88.1% passing accuracy in this game, with 7 attempted long balls. Despite improved possession, the first half was a drab affair. Town only had a tame Danny Ward attempt at goal to shout about, and Town's next progression must be to try and turn any improved possession into territory and chances in the final third. Town only have a one-stop solution to creativity at the moment, and that is Sorba Thomas. Thomas attempted 16 crosses all game with 7 accurate ones. He was the only Town player to accurately cross the ball in the game. Darren Moore and co. really need other methods to try and create. But as Matt and the other lads on the podcast have discussed for weeks, I guess we're just buying time until January. Big month that. I'll have a rummage in my sack to see what I can do for you boys. The second half was very much like the first, apart from another tame Danny Ward effort. Then in the 57th minute, a wicked ball in from the flank tested the reflexes of returning Townkeeper Lee Nichols. The big man produced a double save, but unfortunately, it counted for nothing as Norton Cuffey bundled home for Millwall. The Slogs. The goal was tough on Nichols, who had done well on his comeback, and he picked up an injury in the process, having collided accidentally with the goal scorer. Town didn't offer a massive response. They huffed and they puffed, but didn't seem to possess the lungs to blow the Millwall house down until a Christmas miracle. It was 438 days since Huddersfield Town last got a penalty. A handball was given away from home against Luton, which Jordan Rhodes converted. This time, a shot on goal from Josh Koroma, which hits the hand of George Seville, and unreal scenes, a penalty! Who should step up but the clinician himself? the good Dr. Bergzorg. The GP wheeled away in celebration before heading for his phone to post an expletive Instagram post. He should probably thank the keeper for going the wrong way, as it wasn't the best penalty, but it was all that was needed. Up the fucking town. A point headed back to Yorkshire. Darren Moore will be quite thankful for the late goal. The boss is still under intense pressure at town, having posted only 2 wins in his first 15 matches so far. That late penalty from Bergzorg meant that of those 15 games, Town have drawn 8 of them and have become the first team in all 4 divisions to post 10 draws on the board. A point isn't bad, but wins really need to come sooner or later to alleviate that pressure. At one point during this game, Town had dropped into the bottom 3, but thanks to the son of ex-Terrier, Danny Cadamarteri, Sheffield Wednesday came back to beat QPR, and Town now have a 2-point buffer to the bottom 3. A shrinking buffer over the past month, but a buffer nonetheless. Look at that. Some coherent stats. You wouldn't get that if Richard Kosmala was on the mic. Estrella on his breath with 1 eye and 1 ear on La Liga on TV, would you? Kosi out, Santa in, I say. Next up, let's listen to the Millwall side of the game, and we have opinion from Ben from That Millwall podcast.
Good morning, guys. Ben here from That Millwall podcast. Quick review and general feeling of the 1-1 draw this Saturday against Huddersfield. From a Millwall perspective, obviously very gutting, disappointing that we couldn't hold on to the 3 points. Would have been nice for us to hold on, give Joe Edwards his first home win as Millwall manager, and generally just relieve some pressure of that relegation battle that we seem to find ourselves in at the moment. In terms of the game itself, I think it was pretty even for most periods, but Millwall probably just shading it. I think it lacked quality from both sides, and probably quite telling and representative of where both sides are in the table at the moment. As I say, first half, nothing really happened from either side, really. Summed up probably our play over the last few weeks and this season. Just lacked a bit of quality, a bit of composure. And more importantly, we just needed a little bit of luck in that final third. We just needed, something to happen for us, and we didn't really get it. That being said, I never really felt like we were overly in trouble from Huddersfield. We didn't cause us huge amounts of problems, so I felt fairly comfortable. We obviously then went 1-0 up in the second half. Again, probably deserved from a Millwall point of view. The goal itself was obviously a scrappy one, and again probably sums up our general lack of quality at the minute. But yeah, went 1-0 up. You could feel the relief in the fans, the relief in the players, kind of lifting after the goal, and we certainly grew in confidence after that. Joe Edwards then made a couple of changes, and I thought we were quite comfortable. Normally as a Millwall fan, you're thinking 1-0 up at home, I know what's coming here. I didn't really feel like that throughout the game. I thought we would hang on, probably until Jake Cooper made that foul out wide, and you just knew at that point they were either going to score from the free kick or resulting in something that happened like it did. From the penalty, general views on that, I've seen it back a few times. No complaints there. I think Saville knows what he's doing. He's a highly experienced player. I think he knows what he's doing. And obviously, Huddersfield then go and score the penalty with pretty much the last kick of the game. But as I say, from a Millwall perspective, disappointing, gutting that we couldn't hold on to all 3 points and give the players, fans and the manager a much needed win at home. But on to Stoke on Saturday, see if we can pick up 3 points there. Come on, you Lions.
A nice rounded view from Ben, so thanks to the guys at That Millwall podcast for that. I guess some of the points that the chaps would have discussed in this episode would be the positive and negative form of players. David Kasumu continues to impress in the middle. Sorba Thomas keeps working hard down the right, and the backline continues to be a strength. However, players who've returned from injury are still hopefully playing their way in to shape at the moment, and the attack is yet to fire. Hopefully over the Christmas period, Town continue to keep the bottom three at bay with some positive results, because they are very much needed. Also, let's hope that the chaps are back in the pod seat sooner rather than later, so that you can have a proper podcast. Oh, and one request from me. Stop wearing those Santa is a Town fan hats. Like I'd support fucking Huddersfield Town. Have a Merry Christmas and hit that music.
There's a team that is dear to its followers. The colours are bright blue and white. They're a team of renown, and they're the pride of the town. And the game of football is their delight. And all the while upon the field of play, thousands loudly cheer them on the way. Often you can hear them say, who can beat the Town today? And then the bells will ring so merrily, and every goal shall be a memory. So Town, play up and bring that cup back to Huddersfield. So Town, play up and bring the cup back to Huddersfield.